Hello, everybody. Welcome. Uh, this is the very first episode of a six-part miniseries titled The Growing of the Dim. And it is a game that is set in the fictional town of Hobbsfall, BC. Tonight we are using the Fear Itself system, which is based on Gumshoe. It's by Pelgrane Press. But we're all sort of still figuring out the rules. So if we get things wrong, don't rules lawyer us. Easy as that. We are doing Rule of Cool whenever possible, and we're just more focused on telling a good story. So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to the town, and then we're going to introduce you to our players. Hobbs Fall is nestled in a mountain valley. There are tall trees that surround a river that cuts through, and various lakes. The entire town industry is either based in mining, logging, or farming. It's a small town, only about 4,200 people. And it's beautiful by all respects. A little boring, a little dull, especially for the teenagers that we have here with us tonight. The camera's going to pan in right now on the local RCMP region office. And sitting inside, not in a cell, but just waiting out, are four teenagers. But how they got there, I might be getting a little bit ahead of myself. Welcome to The Growing of the Dim. I'm Anita. I am your game master, storyteller, moderator for this evening, and I'm joined by some amazing cast members, so let's get to them. Without further ado, we'll start with Max. Tell us who you are and who you're playing.
My name is Max. I use they, he pronouns, and tonight I am playing, or tonight and for many of the nights following, I will be playing Eli Fishback.
Big fish.
Big fish.
Then we will turn it down to Brandy. Who are you? Who are you playing?
Hey everyone, I'm Brandy, and I'm going to be playing Ruby Landry.
And we will move across to Vin.
Howdy y'all, I'm Vin Vox and I'll be playing Tristan Cove.
And last but not least, Becca.
Hi, I'm Becca, she, her, and I'm going to be playing the star of the theater department, Rodney Baker.
I love this. We've got jocks, we've got theater kids, we've got mechanics, and we've got loner weirdos. But we're going to start off with Ruby. Ruby, our scene later on takes place in the evening, so tell us how your morning started.
I get up and I make sure my little siblings have their breakfast, so Jade and Garnet.
I'll say that it's also a Saturday. That makes any difference.
Saturday. Well, sleep in a little bit, get up and grab some toast on the way out the door without talking to anybody, and head out to the bug out back that I've been working on. Throw in my headphones, some loud Duran Duran, rock out while I'm working on the car.
Nice. And as you're working on the car, you just faintly through your headphones, you can hear a
Hey.
And sitting on a little fence post off to the side of the kind of half-grown over backyard that you've been working on this bug you can see that there is a single crow that's holding an item in its mouth, its beak.
So reach over and grab the last piece of the toast that's not finished and take a bite and hey mom, and walk over and reach out with a hand for what's under the beak.
And the uh, the crow drops the item in your hand, takes the toast, gulps it up happily, and then hops onto the fence post as it gobbles down. And you can see that in your hand, it's looks like a strangely polished piece of bone.
What did you bring me today? Kind of turn it in my hand and kind of look it over, kind of turn it over. And
Smooth, polished. It looks like there's a hole in it at one point. And at that, the crow sort of looks at you, caws, and then hops to the next fence post over.
thank you. Should I?
It looks back at you.
Thank you. I don't have any more toast.
It
I'm
pops to
sorry.
another fence post and looks back at you.
Okay. You want me to pet you today? And I'll walk over and just kind of.
And just as
Slowly
you're
follow.
about to pet, it hops to the next fence post.
Let me grab my CD player. Hold on. And I'm gonna run back to the car and grab my backpack, my CD player, throw them all in the pack, and follow. Where are we going?
And the crow sort of picks up, flies slowly. You can start following it in the distance. And eventually, it'll lead you to seemingly where it found the bone. On the side of a building in town. It's, in fact, the Hobbs Fall Observer. Closed for the day because it's Saturday. The local newspaper. And there is a circle with several polished bones in a strange shape. And on the wall in front of it is that same symbol written in a dark red material.
What did you find? Kind of look around. Is it pretty quiet down here today?
Yeah, it's Saturday morning. It's pretty early. I think you got up pretty early to
Yeah.
work on the bug. No one seems
Yeah.
to be around, and it just seems to be this strange symbol on the wall and a strange circle of bones on the ground.
Kind of walk around the circle kind of reverently and look down to see where the missing bone might be.
Yeah, and you can see the exact spot that your little friend had picked it up.
What is this? I taste grease, whatever. Just gonna go over and kind of taste it.
Kind of coppery.
Shit. What do you want me to do about this?
The crow just caws and flies away.
I'm gonna sit down crisscross on the ground and just kind of look at the bones for a bit and kind of try to see if I can figure anything out about them.
Certainly. If you have any, let me just do a quick look here. Now, Fear itself is a D6 based system, and investigative abilities are their own thing. There are several different types of investigative abilities. Do you happen to have anything in investigative procedure or?
The only
Actually,
thing I
you know
can see that might be helpful is outdoor survival, maybe.
Okay, outdoor survival. Outdoor survival. Make me a roll, please.
All right. That will be a 2.
Um,
Way to start.
with a 2, you can tell they are. They're not human bones. They might be
Okay.
from like another small bird or something like that. But yeah, they are arranged in a strange pattern, and there is the coppery substance on the wall.
Okay.
But
Hmm.
there are people that you know
Yeah.
that might be interested in solving a Saturday morning mystery with you.
I'm gonna go ask Tristan. I think Tristan will want to get out of the house, go see what he's up to, and show him this.
Tristan is they them pronouns, correct?
Oh, they'll be home.
So where is Tristan hanging out this morning?
They haven't even left the bed yet.
Haven't even
so-
left the bed yet.
Mhm.
Does Tristan have any siblings?
No.
No. Just Tristan and their dad, right?
Mhm.
And I think there's a sort of soft knock on your door, and I think your dad steps in and says, "Hey, Trist, you're gonna, get out of bed at some point today. It's a beautiful day.
I might not. I mean, it's Saturday. Who's doing anything today? Especially the shit
Well,
like this.
I mean, there's not that much to do, but it's a beautiful day, and you probably shouldn't waste it away inside. I mean, it's June, and this is the last month before you graduate, so I don't really. You should spend the little bit of your youth left that you've got.
Yes, my wonderful, shining, wonderful youth. And he just kicks himself up just to humor their old man.
And come on, kiddo. I made you some pancakes.
Oh, joy.
So you and your dad are sitting at the breakfast table, eating pancakes, sort of having like a little bit light conversation, and your dad's sort of asking, so when can you expect the results from those final exams back? Like your final grades, that should be coming in any day now, right?
I mean, yeah, I think so. I really had been worrying about it. There's something with the machines or something, or the way they're being scanned. I wouldn't worry about it. Just know I'm making it.
Okay. Well, you know, I trust you. Hey, I got these permission slips for your prom and for your aftergrad. Listen, I know that some of these kids are probably going to be drinking and maybe getting high at the aftergrad, but I know you're a good kid. And I know you got a good head on your shoulders because that's how I raised you. But
Mhm.
if anything happens, if you get into a position where you might be a little bit too drunk, I don't want you driving. You can call me anytime of night at 3 in the morning. You can call me and I can come and I'll pick you up. I don't care the excuse. I don't care
Yeah.
anything. I want you safe.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Are we clear?
Crystal.
All right. And I think at that point there might be a knock on the door.
Well, there's my youth calling. They just pop up and go.
All right, be safe.
Yeah.
And don't spend all the time in the Grand. Those video game machines will rot your brain.
Sure, Paul, whatever. And they open the door.
Hey, Tris.
Hey,
Mr.
Roots.
Cove.
Hey, Ruby? How's it going today?
Yeah. I woke up.
Oh, earlier than my kin, apparently.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Well, you kids have a good day.
We have
will.
like youth to spend. Come on.
Don't want to waste it. Your dad goes and pours himself another cup of coffee.
Oh, I should. I don't need coffee. Tristan. So,
Yeah.
So okay. I got to show you something. I don't even know how to explain it. Come on.
All right, lead the way.
Do you want to drive? It'll be faster.
Sure.
Cool. Grab my skateboard. Hop into Tristan's car.
And it's not that far a drive, like maybe 2 minutes. But as you're driving, you pass by another location in town, and you can see someone is scrubbing a wall.
Shit.
What's on the wall?
Hard to tell. You drove by pretty quick, but you just saw a person come out with a bucket and a mop or bucket and a scrub brush, and is starting to clean something up.
We might want to go back and check that out. So, okay, while we're driving. So, you see that guy was washing the wall? So, I walked down by the observer, and on the wall there's this like symbol, and I'm pretty sure it was made in blood. And there were all these bones underneath it. And one of my crows brought me one of the bones. And she'll pull it out. Check this out.
You sure this isn't like some kind of weird prank?
Well, we would know about it. We're seniors, right? So
True, but like maybe the freshmen are trying to get a leg up or some bullshit notoriety around here.
yeah. Well, I don't know. Tasted like blood though.
Ruby, say that again.
It tasted like blood.
Slow down and say that one more time.
I took my finger like this, and I went like this, and then I went like this.
Why the fuck
And it
would you do
tasted
that?
like blood. Well, because, I don't know. That's how I figure out if it's like fluid or something.
That's how you. I'm 90% sure that's how you die around
I'm
here.
not dead yet.
Yet.
But maybe, maybe today's the day.
Cool. I always want to do a eulogy.
Let's go check it out. Come on. I'm gonna go
Alright.
grab some coffee.
Oh, and then maybe we can go tasting too.
Yeah, tasting. We can add some to our coffee. Come on.
All right.
So where are you heading
Shit.
next?
Take him down to the observer. And then us.
So you arrive at the observer, and it's still there. No one's really noticed it yet. It's on sort of a back
Cool.
half wall.
Check it out. Nobody's seen it yet. I left it just like I found it.
Yeah, with that tongue dragged on.
You're not gonna. That's the part you're sticking with. That's the part
Yeah.
that's gonna be the most interesting to you. Great.
Yeah,
I'm glad I went to your house first then.
exactly. So
Check it
I
out.
can live to tell the tale. Okay, he's like actually starting to circle the place. Not necessarily like being in analyzing, but just getting a scope.
Yeah, and you can as you go around the corner, there's lots of places where a person could have ducked behind, or this could have been done at night, before anybody noticed. Yeah, there's seems to be, and then there was that other place that you saw where someone seemed to be scrubbing the wall. This
Wonder if there are a
seems to
few
be-
more. Does it mean anything to you? It doesn't mean anything to me. All I can tell is they're not people bones. That would be more interesting.
It's a start. Definitely be more interesting. Maybe it's some kind of Blair Witch remake or something. I don't know.
That movie was so dumb.
It really was. My God.
My dad told me it was so scary. Anyway. Well, yeah. I've never seen anything like this. Should we?
Tristan, you've walked around every square mile of this town, every square kilometer of this town, because we're in Canada. Like this, you go on long walks when you feel like you're a little bit stressed or like your dad's being a little oppressive, like he was earlier this morning. And you know for a fact when you walked by here last night, this wasn't here. So whatever happened, this had to happen last night.
Fuck.
And you know that there's probably like a couple other good places that this could have been set up. The place that you passed by earlier. I'm just going to pull up my town map real quick. Because I've got them all laid out. You passed by the Civic Center, which is like the hockey arena, and that's where they were doing the scrubbing. There could be other places around town, possibly. Like, especially if they were going, like, in some sort of line or pattern. There's a couple places where this could have been noticeable. Places where there's, like, high traffic and people would... like, Grand might be one of them. The movie theater. The City Hall. There's a couple different places that this person could have hit up, whoever did this.
I got you. Like, so, like, this is clearly not the locale to be visible for.
Some of them, like the one that you saw, is definitely meant to be visible. This one seems to be off to the side a little bit. But someone walking by, like on the street towards the door, definitely would have seen it.
Okay. So while I think this is fake as all hell, maybe we should not be the only two in this.
Do you have somebody in mind?
Unfortunately, our big man on campus.
He doesn't hate me. That's a plus.
Sure. Not the first person I want to be seen with, but I'm not complaining. At least he can move something.
You're driving.
True. And they take a spin and like go right back to the car so we can reel in a fish.
A big fish?
A big fish.
Big fish. Maybe we can drive by one of the spots on the way, maybe, and see if we spot anything.
Max, where is Eli right now?
So Eli is more of an early riser than his mother. She works nights. She is a nurse. So she kind of sleeps late. He's the guy who puts on coffee for when she wakes up, and he usually goes for a run. So I'd say if you're going to find him, he's probably getting home from that just about now.
So yeah, you both pull up just as Eli slows down his pace, and you meet on the street in front of his house.
Cool. Tristan rolls down their window and just a good whistle. That wasn't it, but you know, they're trying to get Eli's attention.
He looks over kind of like a dog when you say their name.
Oh my goodness. Hey, over here.
I wasn't expecting visitors, but what's up?
Well, first of all, surprise.
Eli.
Secondly, yes. We were just having a lovely morning and just couldn't help but to involve you in this fun discovery.
That's so nice of you. What is it?
Bones and blood.
What, are you serious?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Tasted it and everything.
Do you want me to wake up my mom? Because that's kind of what she does. I mean, I don't really know.
You really want to hang out with your mom today?
I like my mom.
Oh.
Yeah. You can stay home if you want. It's your Saturday, man.
If you need me, I guess. He like slowly like detaches like the one headphone that was like in his ear and like stuffs it in his pocket with his Walkman, and you can hear the song like really faintly playing because it was so loud.
What is Eli listening to for his runs?
I picked this out. He is listening to Good Charlotte's The Young and the Hopeless.
Nice.
2002 album.
Nice. Good choice. And so you're brought up to speed about the bones and one of them being on the Civic Center. You spend a lot of time there because that's where you play hockey. And there could be other places around town that have this if you all wanted to go and wander and see exactly what's up.
So, like, a bird really brought this to you?
Yeah.
A
So
real live bird.
yeah, whatever. You don't have to believe it, but she did, and then wanted me to take it out. Check
How do you know that it was a girl bird?
I just know things. What do you care? It was a bird. Gender is a
Honestly.
Well, I don't really.
bullshit thing anyway. But she and I, we went and, we hang out sometimes in the mornings. It doesn't matter. And she brought me a treasure today. And today it was a bone.
So it's a bird that you know.
Right.
I know that this is going to be relevant. It's always relevant.
Just like
when
the
you
bird's
watch a
gender.
movie like
yeah.
this.
Like,
Well, it's not like a random bird bringing you bones. That's different.
No, it's not a random bird.
All
It's
right.
a
Well,
bird. But the
I
bird
don't
brought
like
it to me.
that somebody
Mm.
painted the Civic Center. That's a little screwed up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's kind of funny it's on the side of the observer, because who's watching?
Recruiters, hopefully. That's a story for a different day. Did
Your
you see
muscles are very
anything
glistening
anywhere
today,
else?
Eli.
You want to take a loop around?
Somewhere where there's
in a
coffee?
place- Gosh. All right.
What do y'all
So
do?
coffee, then investigating, I guess.
Let's go find him. It's kind of fun, actually.
Actually, I know a guy. We should go pick him up.
Fine. Just make this shit Mystery Inc.
Okay. You want to sit up front? You're bigger. And Ruby will slide out the front, hopping back.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, do you know, Rodney?
Right.
Theater dude?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I sit in the theater when I don't want to be around people.
I think
Uh,
he might help.
Okay.
Becca, where's Rodney right now?
I think Rodney is like in his front yard because his dad kicked him outside because he was reading through his script too loudly in the house. And his dad doesn't like it when he's too loud in the house because it distracts him from his art. So he's probably just like outside with like a scripted hand.
What is the
Like-
final play for to end the school year?
It's tragically it's Romeo and Juliet. He of course is being Romeo in the play, so he is just like going over his last few lines before the play is set to open in the next week or so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, you all find Rodney in the throes of the last few lines of Romeo's soliloquy just before he bites it at the end of the play.
I've got like a stick in hand, like he doesn't
Oh my-
stab himself. He drinks the poison. I'm about to drink a stick or something. I'm pretending I have a prop.
You've got a cup of orange juice that you're.
Yeah.
I will roll down the passenger window this time, and before you drink the orange juice, go, "Yo, Rod!"
Yeah.
We have some bones to investigate. I thought you might be interested. Get in the car.
Okay. Bones? Like real bones?
We'll explain on the way. Do you want coffee or not?
Yeah, of course.
Come on.
I hop in the car.
Now's
Oh.
probably a good time to mention that I also rolled a couple joints last night if we need them later. Not just coffee.
It's 11 a.m., Ruby.
Well, you know, it's midnight somewhere.
Wake and bake, I guess.
Of all the like times you could choose, you chose midnight as like the time to smoke weed, get high. Like I feel like there's
mean,
a time that's specifically set
Any
for like that
time
bit.
when you've got bones and blood, you know?
Honestly,
I'm
time
pretty
is irrelevant.
I'm pretty sure I always have bones and blood.
Cool. This is gonna get real great. What are you rehearsing?
I mean, haven't you heard that the drama club is producing Romeo and Juliet? And I,
No.
of course, being
Juliet,
who I am.
right?
No.
I'm just kidding. I know you're Romeo. It's all over the fucking school on the posters, you know, with your face.
Yeah. Did you like them? We did a little photo shoot.
They're pretty cool.
They didn't ask me to do that. I just decided to do it because I thought it would be good advertising for like everything.
It was creative.
Thank you. I spent like a whole like 2 days in those woods, like getting like the best shot.
Look over at Tristan. I'm the weird one. Mm-hmm.
He's rolled his eyes like at least 50 times, but they're like pulling off as they explain the photo shoot.
Bones, bird, blood, couple of locations. Up to speed.
So where do you
Performance
all...
art? This sounds like a very intricate piece of performance art, maybe a devised work of theater. That's like I overheard one of the freshmen the other day going off about. It's probably not.
Freshmen are less interesting.
Someone's final year art project, something like that.
Throwing bones.
Yeah, but it was like blood. Like it was like real blood. Ruby tasted it.
You
Yeah.
tasted it?
How else are you gonna know if it's blood?
Yeah, it was none of that corn syrup shit. Like it was real.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know what it came out of, but you know, there's a lot of iron in their diet.
Ruby.
So why aren't we like the cops? Or like are we just gonna poke it but like sticks at bones? Are we all gonna go drink some blood?
No, I
Yes,
thought we
that's
were
the
gonna
thing.
drink coffee. Right?
Right.
I mean, is coffee not the blood of the beans that it is made from?
Rodney, don't make me regret inviting you, man.
Okay.
Honestly, my God.
All right.
So where do you
So
all go to get coffee in the morning?
Should we go to the Riverview
Side-
Diner, or is there
Yeah.
like a 7-Eleven?
To the
Like-
diner.
One or the other?
There's
Are we even
there's like a
7-Eleven yet?
oh yeah, there's a 7-Eleven in town. It's attached to like a gas station. It's right on the main strip, just before you head out of town. It's actually like right beside the Civic Center, as a matter of fact.
Now we're talking.
that works.
So yeah, you head and get gas station coffee. And do you make your way over to the Civic Center because it's right there?
Yeah.
We can do like the slow walk by.
Yeah. Like all casual.
As you walk by, within the amount of time that's passed, it looks like the wall's been freshly scrubbed. Any trace of the whatever was there, if there were like that little bone circle that you saw earlier, if that was there, it's not there anymore. But you can actually see the older gentleman that runs the Civic Center, sort of dark brown skin, very good fade and sort of flat brush top. And his name is Lenny. Lenny Briggs is his name. And he recognizes you right away, Eli. Ah, Big Fish, what's going on?
Hey, Len. Nothing. We just came to get coffee, but all these 5-0 around. What happened?
Oh, some teenagers probably just decided to paint something on the side of the civic center. I got rid of it though, scrubbed it off.
They made you scrub it off yourself?
I mean, yeah, I take care of the civic center, so that's my job.
That's true. Do you know who it was or what they painted?
Some weird like circle thing with like a couple like I don't know. Oh, you know, kids like it's last year of school. It's last a lot of seniors that graduating pretty quick. And you know, we've got the civic center. We use it for the grad party, so it's the only real place that's big enough to do it. So sometimes kids will egg it, or you know, TP it, and I'll have to clean it up as usual.
Well, you know I'll kick some ass for you if you find out who it was. It's not cool.
Yeah. There's some like weird bones or something too. It must be one of the art kids. Has to be one of the art kids.
Bones?
You do with them?
I just tossed him in the dumpster.
Ruby's gonna go straight to the dumpster.
Kristen is right behind Ruby.
It's no shame.
Uh,
Give me a boost.
And they
your
hop
kid's
rope.
just gonna go dumpster diving?
I'm gonna try to keep him occupied.
Okay. Would you be able to make me? This is gonna be a check. This is definitely one of the interpersonal checks. Let me just double check which one specifically it is. This is going to be how would you like to distract him?
I just want to like kibitz and like talk about college and what are you gonna do without my concession skills, Lenny?
I'm gonna say that this is going to be do you have flattery?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Roll me some flattery.
Okay. And I can add a point from the pool
Absolutely.
if I have points. So that'll be a 4. I'm gonna use 1 point.
Yeah, that's easy. He's happy to chat with you. Your friends just sort of wander off to the side while you're keeping Lenny busy. Well, you know, the concession stand. We usually get like one of the juniors to do that, and like one of the freshmen. They can come in and like get started again. I mean, you're gonna be off to the big city pretty quick here. Like as soon as those scouts catch wind of you, you're off to the WHL in no time.
Someone
then-
is coming to see me from Toronto. I don't really know the deal.
Toronto, so like the
College-
OHL then. Wow.
The college counselor like warned me about it, but I'm not gonna play any different from usual, so I didn't see why it mattered.
I mean, like these scouts, they look out for like the best of the best, so you got to be on your best behavior. Like I mean, they would watch like the tapes from the games and stuff like that, but they want to make sure that like you can perform under pressure. And most of the times, they'll just be hiding in the stands. They won't you won't actually know who they are in the stands.
So then that's less pressure because I won't even know that they're there.
See, you get on the mind games. Get your head in the game.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, what are the rest of you doing back at the dumpster?
Hold on to my feet. Don't let me fall in. And Ruby's like, I'm assuming she has like a flashlight. She's a mechanic, so she's used to holding one between her teeth, and she's like digging down in there trying to see if she can pick out any bones before there's.
It looks like Lenny mercifully grabbed like a small garbage bag and threw them in there.
Perfect.
So like there's like a little garbage bag that you pull out, and yeah, it's about the
Cool.
same number of bones as previously.
Any similarities between, like, are all the bones different, or
Roughly same size and shape.
Okay.
It looks
Well.
like if arranged, they would make almost an identical circle to the other one that you saw.
Do we know anybody who might know what these bones are? Who's the zoology teacher at school?
I mean, there's a biology teacher. The biology teacher is Mr. Chris. Kriss. And he's on his day off. You don't really know where Mr. Chris lives.
I don't know what I'm thinking. Of course, Garnell and my brother will know what these are, I bet. We should go find him. He's probably working out at the vet's office. I don't even know why I didn't think about him.
I mean, you licked the blood. Have you licked the bone? Could you identify the bone if you lick it? I don't know, like... could you
You're
identify-
welcome to try.
I don't want to lick
no.
it.
No,
I-
do
A,
it.
it was
Do-
in a dumpster.
do it.
B, it's a bone.
There's no mystery. It's a bone.
I have a question, I guess, for Anita about the bones.
Yes, go for it.
Are the bones that the bird brought Ruby and the bones that were in the dumpster here, do they appear to be like of the same like body part? Like, is it identical, like two like arm bones of something, or are they different types of bones?
Does anybody have notice?
Ooh. As a matter of fact, yes.
I have 3.
Yeah,
In fact,
so
I
do I.
don't.
I do not.
Each of you can roll me a notice.
Boy.
So I rolled a 2, and then do we add the 3?
What you can do is you can take points from that 3 to bump up your roll.
From that 3. Okay,
Oh, okay.
got it.
It's mostly just a concerted effort on your part to like investigate and like look at things.
Shape are the bones. What shape are the bones?
What were the rolls?
2.
2.
I'm gonna burn 1 point and make that a 4.
Yeah, with 4, you would know that they are almost the exact same. Like, they look like they're from the same animal, and like they might be missing parts. Did you actually grab the bones from outside the observer? All of them?
I left those. I just kept the 1.
You just kept the one?
Unless we
Okay.
wanted to grab them. We did go back.
I can
Did you
always
wanna grab
recognize
them?
and say that you did.
Hell yeah, retcon bones.
Yeah,
got the bones.
you collected. You're collecting
Our
all
new
these
band,
bones.
Retcon bones.
That is a good name for a band, though.
Honestly.
Yeah, you
Okay,
you
let's
notice
forget
that
the mystery. Start a band.
the bones look like they're all from the same animal, but they're all like roughly the same shape. Hard to tell what kind of animal they came from. You'd need someone that's more knowledgeable about that sort of thing. And you know people around town, so there are people that you can ask for this. Ruby, what do you said that you wanted to ask your sibling?
Yeah, maybe we can run over there and see if he has an idea. I'm sure it's not
Your
far.
sibling works at
I mean,
the vet office.
the vet's
local
office,
vet,
yeah.
vet office, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So you head over to the local vet office, and the vet's name, because you gave that to me, Dr. Graber. So you head over to Dr. Graber's office, and your little sibling, you're about 14, correct?
Mhm.
One of the twins.
Yep.
Is working behind the desk at the moment, just sort of checking people in. There's a woman sitting there with like a little carrier with a cat inside. There's a couple other people, but
Ruby
like,
just kind of ignores them.
it's pretty slow. It's a pretty slow morning.
Okay.
But yeah, you walk up to the counter.
Yeah. Hey, Garnet.
Yeah, what's up?
I found something. Can somebody else take care of this for a second? You'll be really curious. I promise.
Yeah. Hey. Lizzie, I'm taking my
Yeah.
break. Early.
Cool.
And one of the other Vetex sort of like gives your brother a look and like sits down at the desk and like, outside?
Yeah, I gotta show you something.
Okay. And your brother follows you outside.
Hey,
going on?
guys, this is my little brother Garnet. I don't know if you know him. These are everybody. Anyway, we found these.
Hi.
And she just whips out this bag of bones and kind of open your hands.
What?
And she pours them into his hands. You know what they are?
Bones?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're bones. Where
Well,
did
yeah,
you get
obviously.
these? Have you been digging in the trash?
Yes,
Have you been digging in the trash again?
that is what happened.
I mean, like, for
It's
car
important,
parts
though.
at the junkyard, maybe, but like,
Somebody's making like circles of these bones on the ground and then making matching circles in blood on walls. Do you know what kind of bones they are? You think maybe Dr. Graber would know?
I mean, the doc would probably know better than me, but like, and he'll grab the bone and like, look at it. Some kind of bird, maybe a partridge. Low running brush bird. I don't know. It looks like chicken, really, but like maybe partridge, wild game.
I'm not going to taste it to see if it tastes like chicken, but I'll take your word for it.
I don't know. It's just bones. They're weird.
Thanks.
And
That's
like,
it.
oh, hey. And he'll grab one of them. This isn't actually a bone.
What
Is it the one with the hole in it?
Yeah. I mean, do you got another one like this?
But the one of my crows brought me this morning.
Yeah, these are elk ivory. They're actually pretty
Wow.
valuable.
Elk ivory.
Yeah, elk. Like, you know, the big horned animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the only
Weird.
animal in North America that can actually produce ivory. Like one of their remnants from when they were more closely related to like elephants and shit.
No way.
Yeah. So they're like the only animal in North America that actually produces ivory naturally.
I knew you'd know something.
You pick up a
My
kid
kid
too.
brother, everyone. He's way smarter than I am.
What if it was like a sacrifice?
that shit's actually pretty valuable. Like if the game warden got a hold of this shit and like off season and like didn't know where you got it from, you can get in a lot of trouble and he'll like flick it back at you.
Avoid the game warden then.
And Rodney, I think you said that your dad was a park ranger.
In original draft, I did.
Has that since changed?
Yes,
Okay.
he can still be if it's convenient for you.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
But yeah, you have looks like 2 pieces of elk ivory and a bunch of bird bones.
So
Anything else I can?
The-
Yeah.
does that mean they're sacrificing the chickens to the elk gods?
I don't know.
Probably.
I
Okay.
mean, whoever did this might be a hunter or like at least has access to that sort of thing.
They
Mm.
drilled this hole in it like it's a bead.
I mean, it could have been from like a lot of people make like you can hunt the elk legally and you can like harvest the ivory from them. Like it's not illegal to do that if you've got like the license for it during hunting season. But
Right.
like some people use it as necklaces or like in rings, jewelry, that sort of shit.
Hmm.
You have
Wonder.
a question? This isn't school. I'm like,
Yeah. Becca was gonna ask how big these are, like how big these elk pieces are.
oh, okay. Yeah, they're about the size of like
Like,
a quarter-ish, and then they're like
Okay.
round.
okay. And how big's the hole in them?
About a millimeter, not very big, like enough to thread like a string through.
Okay. Can I see one of those?
Of course. Here.
I'm gonna like hold it up to like my eye and kind of like look through the hole.
It just looks like a
So-
hole that's been bored through it.
I'm gonna like set it in my eye, kind of like a monocle, and just keep it there for now.
I mean, yeah, sure. Fine.
Well,
I want to poke him in the eye.
ah,
Dumbass.
So yeah, are you going to do a drive around town to see if you can find more of these things, more of these
Yeah.
places?
I think we should. Thanks, Garnet.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
problem. I'm gonna. Hey, is that coffee?
Yeah, here you can have the rest.
Yeah. Thank you so much. The coffee in here is terrible, and I like gas station coffee is actually better.
Right, like Dad drinks.
Yeah. Yeah. He's working a night shift again. So if you're home, just like don't wake him up
I won't.
because
He needs his rest.
He's gonna be pissed if you wake him up.
He's been pretty stressed out lately.
Yeah. Working like 4 night shifts in a row is gonna do that to you, person.
Ruby's gonna give him a big hug.
Yep. Okay. Fine.
Don't kill anything today.
Why would I? Whatever. And Garnet's gonna walk back into the vet office and with the coffee in hand. And
Where else did you think we should go?
That's up to you. You can do a drive around town. If you wanted to see if you could find more locations like this.
It won't hurt.
yeah. I mean, like, what do like the Civic Center and the Observer, I guess, have like in common that you would want to mark them? I guess, you know.
Public spaces? Maybe there's a pattern. Maybe we can figure out where they are and we can look at it on a map or something.
Maybe.
We should go back to the gas station and get a map then. Even though we live
Maybe
here.
more
Actually, there
coffee.
might be one in my glove compartment. Maybe.
If you open up the whose car are we driving? Exactly.
It's Tristan's. 'Cause
Tristan's. Tristan's truck. Tristan, you would have a map of town. You definitely wander the town quite a bit, like, and figure things out, and you definitely have a map. In
Yeah, they just open the like glove compartment or whatever and just toss it into Eli's lap.
and like a little pen rolls out from the glove compartment too.
Hmm.
We can start marking that up.
Go crazy.
He kind of just like sticks he has like really unruly curly hair. He just like sticks the pen in his hair and doesn't move and starts unfolding the map.
Yeah, it's like a small map. It kind of looks like the one that I put in our Discord.
Oh,
But a little bit more detailed, kind of like a
Mhm.
little more folky and artistic. Like it's like one of those maps that they give tourists with like notable sites and things to see.
Hmm.
And yeah, Tristan, they've wandered every inch of town, so like the map is like they've seen all the spots in it, and you all collectively wander through the town, realizing that some of the places that you might need to get to, you might need to do on foot a little bit. So like, and you do start marking off spots on the map. If you can make me, let's see, what kind of check will this be? I'm gonna say, does anybody have, does anybody have, notice? Yeah, people have notice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll ask for a notice roll from folks that have that skill.
I'm gonna put away the dice that keeps rolling twos.
Right. I got a solid 4.
Nice.
I got a 3.
Yeah, you there's some parts where you have to park and you have to walk through, and you start checking off spots on the map, and it takes you the better part of the day. And you notice that some of the places are fresher, like they got hit a little bit more often. Some of them like are a little bit more older, like they got done like later last evening. But some of them have already been scrubbed off by the time you get there and talking to people around town. They're like, yeah, this is weird, but like there's no reason. It's just kids playing pranks. There's no reason to call the cops over it. Like they do this when they get a little rowdy when it's this time of year. Like, you know, kids have after grad parties on a weekend night and get a little bit too much in them, and then they start doing weird shit around town. It happens. But as you begin to put point by point on the map, local businesses, one was on City Hall, but all of them seem to make the same pattern of the circle of bones or the circle of blood, the same sort of sigil, but there's one piece that's missing. And that piece that's missing is in the middle of town at the Central Park.
Last but not least.
We should wait there. If there's like a piece missing that should be at the park, we should wait there. They'll come to paint it.
Right.
I don't know where they're gonna paint it in the park.
Is there any way we can hide? I don't hang out at the park.
So the
They don't
park
know that.
is there's like a kids playground set on one side. There's a old steel train, like just the front caboose that's been hollowed out, and like kids play on it like at one part on like the far side of it. But in the center of the park is this massive pavilion that's almost like a several sectioned gazebo. And there's plenty of places that you can hide. There's the train, there's like
Okay.
lots of trees and bushes and like that sort of place that you can hide. In the very center of the park is the gazebo.
That seems like that would be the spot.
We can hide out in the train. Kids won't be there this late, probably.
I mean, people go there to like smoke and have sex and stuff.
Yeah, but like that's like sophomore year shit. You have
Yeah.
to ascend. True. If you see, I'll get them to leave. It's fine.
Like on a Saturday night, probably not many kids would be hanging out at the park because a lot of the times it is kind of like right in the middle of town. So like if you get caught there, like it sort of becomes like the talk of school for like quite a little bit before like anything dies down. And yeah, you all make your way to the park, and it's getting later in the evening. Now, who among us has hiding or infiltration?
Me. I do.
I do as well.
A little hiding.
A little hiding.
I have both of those.
I have
Nice.
more
Same.
infiltration than
I also have both of them.
Okay, so yeah, make me a hiding or an infiltration.
And then on the way there, since we're gonna stake out, Ruby's gonna stop and buy like a bag of burgers, so we're not starving.
Yeah, you stop by like
Yes.
there's a local burger joint that makes, or you can even stop by the Riverside Diner on your way.
I got a 6.
I also got a 6.
Got a 5.
I'll boost mine up to a 5.
Nice. Yeah, you all sort of find. Do you all hide in the same spot, or do you hide in various places around so that you all have like good viewing angles?
I mean, what has like the best view of like the gazebo?
Probably the train.
I think that we should split up like Scooby-Doo duos so we're not alone.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. So like Eli and Rodney, you guys team up together?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that works.
yeah.
That works. Is
Yeah.
that okay with you, Tris?
I mean, I was gonna steal you anyway, so
Good.
So yeah, you each split up. You find your respective places to hide. Tristan and Ruby, you hide off to the side a little bit in some bushes, and Rodney and Eli, you both hide in the train. I think was that the plan?
That works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you wait, and the sun's beginning to set, and the lights from the park are beginning to sort of start to flicker on. There's a couple like here and there, but ultimately it's a daytime park. It doesn't necessarily get too well lit during the night, and oddly enough, the light in the center of the gazebo doesn't seem to be working. And yeah, you wait. And you wait. And I'm going to ask you all to make, if you have it, a notice roll.
If I would have known this was gonna be so prevalent.
we're
Something
not
in it.
we're not noticing anything. I think
I will also accept
I am simply too stupid. It's okay.
you did make a himbo. You made someone
I
to
did.
fight, not to. You made someone to lead, not to read.
ooh, that's a 6.
Okay. 6 and a 5.
Beyond our window breaks. It is the east.
Are the two of you just like running lines right now?
I mean, Rodney probably like pulled out his script and like offered if Eli wants to read lines.
He's doing like a very bad, like he wants to help. He's like doing a bad like girl voice. It's like, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Like really, really high pitched.
No, it's a really good voice. It just needs like some polishing, but it's really good. Like you should audition. I mean, it's already done.
Isn't the
But,
show
like,
next week?
Yeah. So maybe not then. But like maybe like when you go off to college, like audition for a show or something.
I don't really know if theater is my thing, but if you say so, then maybe.
Theater's for everyone. I mean, yeah, definitely for everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah. But soft.
Ruby and Tristan, you're sitting in the bushes for
I wonder
little
if they
bit.
know we can hear them from over here.
You could
Honestly,
definitely hear the loud sounds of two people badly reading Shakespeare, and because the train is hollowed out, but it's metal and it does echo.
Those poor bastards.
So you do notice that for sure. And another thing that you notice is some scuffling sounds coming from the gazebo.
Do we see anything? I'm gonna kind of peek.
Hard to tell. The light in the center of the gazebo is out.
Should I use my flashlight?
I think I should go shut them up.
Do you have preparedness? Did you remember to pack a flashlight?
Yes.
If you spend 1 point from preparedness, I'll say that you remember to pack a flashlight.
Oh, I had it earlier from my
right.
mechanics bag.
Oh, perfect.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. You're good.
I just figured she always has one of those little mini mag lights.
You're good. So yeah, are you going to stand up and walk towards the gazebo?
Should we? What do you want to do?
I mean,
Ruby stands behind Tristan.
fuck.
I don't know, man.
I mean, we can just go quick run. I don't know.
We could just be dumb kids.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
And you're gonna be dumb kids and run towards the noise that you hear?
Yeah. Maybe.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
Is that what we're doing?
I take it.
Mm-hmm.
I take it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
We're gonna die session 1.
Row.
Let's go, baby.
I'll drop my skateboard and I'll say, "Come on, man! I've got a joint. Let's go smoke it in the gazebo." And we'll start to move towards the gazebo.
You make that noise as you head towards the gazebo?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mhm.
and then
You hear the scuffling increase in intensity as though someone is running away.
flashlight.
Make me a new notice check.
3, but I'm gonna use my boosts. I'm gonna give it 2 more to 5 it.
You see what looks like furs, something bipedal, running away from the center of the gazebo.
Is that Grizzly Adams? Hey, Grizzly Adams!
It books it faster.
Do we hear
What do
this commotion?
Oh,
from
you
the
definitely
train car?
hear this
Oh, yeah.
commotion from the inside of the train.
I think as soon as I see that flashlight go on, I'm gonna try to outrun it.
Make me an. This is going to be definitely a test. This is going to be a. Where are we at? Fleeing or athletics. We'll say this is athletics.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yes.
It's a 5, and I'm gonna expend a point to make it a 6.
Okay. It's contested. I rolled a 6, and I'm expending 3 points from their pool to make it a 9.
Oh, I can expend more points. I don't know if that's how that works, though.
Yeah, I think you have to declare it before the roll,
That's
before the outcome.
okay.
But you can still make chase after it. It's also pretty dark, and all you see is this massive fur running.
Which way is it headed? Before I agree to chase it,
It looks like it's heading towards the forest.
I've seen too many horror movies to know that that's not a good idea. He'll chase it kind of to the edge of the woods and then like skid to a stop, fall back on his ass.
Do you head back towards the park?
He's gonna sit there and catch his breath for like 30 seconds and then head back towards the park.
What are the rest of you doing? Well, Eli makes a chase.
I think Rodney probably gave like a half-assed not good jog, kind of like after for like a little bit, like probably until like the very edge of the park, and then was like, okay, it's still go, and then just like turned around.
Go, Eli! Get him!
Yeah, you go. You're a great theater kid. Woo! Sport.
Say that so much.
Do a sport. Tristan and Ruby, what do you do?
I'm gonna say, Tristan, they stayed back at the gazebo, kind of keeping watch to make sure nobody else came around or like any adults started meddling because all this
Are you
stuff
going
started
to
happening.
approach the center of the gazebo at all?
That's a good idea. Yes.
To see exactly what happened? And Ruby, are you joining with the flashlight?
She's going. Ruby's actually not going to let Eli do that alone, just in case.
Or
And
Tristan?
so since No, Eli.
Oh.
So she's going to follow Eli on her skateboard
Okay.
and see if, she's not going to go into the forest either, but, just behind, just in case.
So Tristan and Rodney are in the park, in the darkness, and
Rodney will probably wander back over after they've left the probably 20 feet of sight I maybe have in the darkness.
and I think eventually you'll all sort of meet up back at the gazebo.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you approach? Yeah? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
With flashlight.
Ruby will if nobody has by then. Flashlight
So
out. She's
you all approach the gazebo. Flash the little mag light in hand. And in the center, what you see is a half-completed circle. But in the center of a circle is a large red heart.
Real one or a painted one?
A real one.
No, don't say that. No.
Like a
Okay.
human one?
Doesn't looks too big to be human.
like an
Okay.
elk,
Okay.
maybe.
And
Steven Eli starts like heaving, like he might puke.
Else, it starts.
and
And
just at that
he runs out.
just at
Yeah.
that moment there is a brighter flashlight that illuminates you. What the hell are you kids doing here? And this older cop, kind of graying at the temples, looks over and sees this display and can see the heart in the middle. Stop right where you are. And that's where we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break.
Fuck.
Not the cops. Anything.
Fucking the pigs at it again.
Exactly.
No PVA cards in Canada.
So you got caught by the RCMP. We're gonna take a quick 10-minute break, and we will be right back very shortly. Everybody get some water, stretch, do bio breaks, do whatever you need to do to be healthy and safe, and we will be right back.
Lay me out.
Oh, what you call it?
And we're back. Welcome back, everyone. We join our teenagers, and we're going to be exactly where we started this. Camera pans in to the RCMP district office, and the group of you are sitting in chairs. You're not in a jail cell, but the cops are definitely questioning you. But first, they're trying to contact your parents because they can't question you without a guardian present. Not that that stops a lot of cops, but hey, doesn't this setting? So let's do that. They one of the officers, the older one that apprehended you. Listen, I don't know what you kids were thinking of doing, but like, that's some messed up shit that we just saw. I'm trying to get a hold of your parents. I've managed to get a hold of pretty much everyone except points at Ruby. Yours, Miss Landry. Your dad, I think. Uh, he's working the night shift
He's
tonight,
busy for this kind of shit.
right?
My mother also works night shifts, as stated during my intro.
Yeah. Your mom also works at the hospital though, which is like right next to the office. So your mom is probably the first person to arrive. And when she does, she is not happy.
My mother also works at the hospital.
Yeah, both of your moms pop in first of all. And it's a small town. Everybody knows everybody, so it's not hard to know who your parents are. I think as a backup, Ruby, they called one of your grandparents because your dad's working the night shift, and Tristan, your dad's on his way.
So what kind of heart was it?
It's an open investigation. Like, also, you put it there, wouldn't you know what kind of heart it was?
What do you
Listen,
think?
don't answer that. Literally, you can't answer that yet, but like,
So then
Yeah,
anything I
there.
say now isn't admissible? Is that what we're trying to say here?
we're waiting for your guardians to show up. And I think,
Mhm.
like, storming through the door, like, both in lockstep, is Rodney and Eli's mom. What are your mom's names?
My mom's name is Karina.
My mother is Lisa.
So yeah, they are very, they do not look happy. Have you questioned our kids yet? Well, we're waiting on you. Okay. Here's how this is gonna work. You're gonna let our kids go. Because they're unaccompanied minors. And let's see. What exactly the situation, and like the officer was like, well, I saw them, found them at the park, and looked like there was some sort of weird, like, it's like, and I think, your moms both go, show me your hands, and you both. If there was a bloody heart and like blood and stuff, they'd have it on their hands or under their fingernails. They don't have it anything under their hands or under their fingernails. It looks like they were just at the wrong place at the wrong time. And the officer just sort of goes, "But I saw we caught the, but nothing. You're gonna let our kids go, cause they didn't do shit, and they have no blood on their hands. So obviously it wasn't them. They probably just came across some other kids that were running a prank. You can't prove it was them." And the officer just sort of stumbles and fumbles and says, "Fine, those two are free to go, but the other two, we're still waiting on parents." "No, them too. You can release them to us." It's like, I think Lisa, Rodney's mom, looks and says, "Come on, Jerry. You know they're good kids. They're not. They wouldn't have done anything like this." Jerry just sort of goes, "Yeah, can I talk to you both for a second? They pull your parents aside into the office, and you can see them having a conversation for a little bit. And Jerry the cop,
Our moms rock.
yeah,
Those are pretty cool.
Huh. Fuck.
they all come out, and I think Karina says, "Okay, Jerry, what do you say?" Looks like this was a case of mistaken identity or whatever. You kids are free to go. But if I catch any of you out after dark again, and I think Lisa chimes in, you'll do nothing. Because there's no curfew in town. They're fine. But if they're out after hours and we've told them that, it's a whole other matter. You're not going to do shit. And all right, all you kids can go. And your moms walk out with 4 of you. And as you leave the office, your parents are like, "What the hell were you kids thinking?"
What do you mean?
What were you even doing out there? It's close to 11. You both should be in bed.
We're actually running lines.
Yeah, Eli was helping with me with my lines for Romeo and Juliet.
Rodney's script is, yeah.
Yeah.
I was teaching Tristan how to skateboard.
Yeah.
They didn't want anybody
Yeah.
else to see it, so we were doing it where there was nobody. Then we heard these weird noises, and so, I mean, of course we were going to check it out. I mean, who wouldn't?
All right, well, listen, whoever did this is some weird stuff. It could be another kid, but like, if you saw anything, like, you'd tell us, right?
I
Yeah.
haven't seen anything
Yeah.
yet. Do you know what kind of heart that was? I tried to get Jerry to tell me, but he wouldn't.
Uh,
Did he tell you?
apparently it was an elk or something. I don't
See,
know.
I
There's
thought so.
there are some weird chicken bones and looks like a couple pieces of ivory.
It was big.
Yeah, well,
It's
they're
really
big.
gross.
They're big animals. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you've seen them. You've seen them.
Yeah,
Some of them wander to town occasionally.
it's true. Just not every day you look down and like,
Are
yeah.
you kids okay?
Yeah.
Like, come on. And I think they'll take you. The diner's 24 hours. They're gonna take you out. We'll get some hot cocoa. You know, them, like let's get you some of them warm and get you home. And your mom's, Rodney and Eli's mom, will split you all up and make sure that you all get home safely. I'll get them to. I'll call your folks and let them know that we took you in and you're fine. Like, but seriously though, not safe after dark. Sometimes cougars wander into town.
That's life living in the country, isn't it, ma'am?
Yeah, it is. Listen, I know you're young and you think that like having to spend the last couple weeks before you leave school out late partying is a thing that you got to do. Just be safe about it, and if you're going to be out late, call one of us. Let people know where you are. And I think Lisa will turn to Rodney and be like, "Young man,
Yes. Mother.
I need you at home by 9."
9? Every day?
Yep.
But what if rehearsal runs long and then like the jazz choir was gonna go do like a thing, and then we like after rehearsals we go to the diner and we get the food, and then we rehearse late.
You're not going to stay late after rehearsals.
What?
The teacher in charge is going to tell me if rehearsals run late, and if they don't, you're going to be home. And Karina's going to look at you, Eli. Same goes for you. Coach is going to tell me if practice runs late. But I need you both home by 9. I need you home by 9. Are we understood?
Yes, Mom. Of course.
Lisa. Rodney?
Yes, Mom.
All right. And you all sit a little bit awkwardly at this diner having some hot cocoa before they both take every kid home. Now, all right. You all get home for the evening. And you get ready to crash for the night. And you wake up in the morning. Sunday morning now. What do you all do?
Well, if we can't stay out late, we ought to start early, huh?
Yeah.
Go out and look for my friend.
What friend is that?
Well, let's light out.
My crow. So she'll go out and look for Mom.
All right.
Head out
You head out.
quietly. She's like real quiet. Ruby gets up super early so that like Garnet's not awake, the dog's not awake. Like she sneak like super early.
And as you get up early, your dad is just getting home
Oh shit.
from the night shift. Ruby, what are you doing up early?
Hey, Dad. I wanted to work on the car, and it's getting hot in the afternoon.
Yeah, I got a funny call at the mill today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's weird shit going on around this town.
not as weird as my daughter staying up after hours with boys.
Dude, Dad, I'm gonna be 18 in 2 weeks.
Like, listen, I like Tristan. They're a good kid. I don't know if I trust the hockey player.
Yeah,
That's fair.
but you know nobody's gonna mess with us if the fish is around, right? You know, I mean, dude he's packing. You gotta admit that, right, Dad?
Listen, bad things happen when people drive out late at night.
Oh man, are you kidding me, Dad? Okay. Do you want to know what happened? I mean, it's kind of interesting. And
What?
if I'm going to be honest, we totally didn't tell Lisa or Karina. Because, like, it was the weirdest thing. Okay. So, you know about how. Okay. You know. Let me get us some coffee. And Ruby's going to go over and make some coffee, quiet, like in silence, and make him wait. Well, she gathers her brain, and she's going to come back over. She's like, okay, sit down. Okay,
No,
so
me, I need to sleep right after.
all right, I'll drink yours. So yesterday morning, I got up and was working on the book. And you know how the crow, Mom, right? She comes out and
Call
I'm
the crow
still talking
mom?
to her. Yes. I mean,
Still-
what else am I going to call her?
Listen, we talked to the counselor about this. I thought you were going to stop projecting.
Okay, I was talking to the crow. Anyway, it's not about that. She brought me the crow brought me something. It's pretty normal, but yesterday it was a bone. And Ruby's going to pull it out of her pocket. Check it out. I'm pretty sure it's made out of elk, and it has a spot like it was drilled in the top, maybe like a, I don't know, bead or something. And the crow, I followed it. Because what else was I going to do? It's a Saturday. I don't have any homework. Finals are over. Anyway, I followed the crow and it led me downtown. And on the side of the wall of the Observer was this big, like, I don't know, somebody painted in blood, this like circle with this
Blood?
symbol
How'd you
in
know
it.
it was blood?
I tasted it. And then on the ground were these bones, which I think are chicken bones, and then one piece of this elk bone in the same
First of all,
pattern
we're
on the
going to take you to
ground.
the hospital right now,
Oh, Dad, it's
and we're
fine.
going to get you a tetanus shot.
That's not even the worst thing I've tried this week.
Do we need to...
I gotta know the difference between what carburetor fluid and brake fluid tastes like, Dad. Like, I can't
You
tell
really
the difference
don't,
by
though.
smell. Yeah, I do. That's my goal. Anyway, so you're picking on the details that don't matter, just like everybody else. So the bones are on the ground and they match. And so we were like, well, what's this all about, right? And well, okay, so they're all over town. And the pattern of the places all over town are the same as the circles that are on the ground, man. And so, well, there
I think
hadn't
you've been
been
watching
one
way too
in
much
the
X-Files,
center.
kiddo.
Dad, you gotta listen to me. So in the center, there wasn't a spot yet. So we went and we kind of like, well, we gotta get back a burgers and we staked it out. And then it happened. Somebody came back and they started the circle and there was a heart left. And we tried to see who it was.
I
and they
think
ran
I've heard
off,
it.
and
I
looked
think
like
I've heard
fucking
it.
Grizzly Adams, Dad.
I think I've heard enough.
Yeah?
Listen,
Do you want to go with us next time? It's
no,
really
I
interesting.
give it in a lot of times to your flights of fancy because the counselor said it was healthy to maybe indulge you just a little bit. The whole mom thing was weird with the crows, and you thinking you see her in the woods, but she's gone. Ruby, she's gone, and she's not coming back. And I know I'm not around as often as I should be. I throw myself into work a lot more, and that's definitely not healthy. But if you go out after hours, and you get yourself killed like her, I don't think I'm ever going to forgive myself.
Oh, Dad. Well, don't worry about it. It's done. Don't worry, Dad. I'm done.
So you're going to drop this?
I'm gonna go work on the car like I was just planning on doing.
All right. When are you going to get your license to drive that thing?
When it's perfect. When the paint's done, when the tires are fresh, they got the little nubs on the ends. When it's just right, then yeah. Tristan said he'd teach me. I'm teaching him skateboarding. Them skateboarding.
All right.
It's
Listen,
okay, Dad.
I worry, you know? Like the twins, they can take care of themselves. They're pretty independent. They're getting older. I don't need you to watch after them quite so much. You're my little girl, though. And I want
I
you
know,
to
Dad.
make sure that you are a good influence for the twins.
Something seemed weird, Dad, and nobody was paying attention. It seemed like something that needed to be checked out. That's all. It just seemed like the right thing. I was following my gut. And it's done.
All right.
Jerry's mad at us. It's done.
Yeah, he was not happy when he talked to me on the phone. He said he got his ear yelled off by Karina and
You should
Lisa.
have seen it.
Karina
Holy
and
shit.
Lisa.
Karina, like, she laid him out. Oh, it was amazing, Dad. I wish she would. She's not signal. I know, but she's amazing. Amazing.
All right.
It was. It was amazing.
Go work on your bug. I'm gonna try and get some sleep and not have nightmares about you out after
I
hours.
love you, Dad. I love you.
I love you too, Ruby. I love you too, Ruby Tuesday.
Okay,
Take care of
I'm-
yourself. And
I will. She gives him another big hug.
I want you
And her
home by
hugs are-
9.
They're kind of like the hugs you give someone when you're never going to see him again.
Yeah. He hugs you back. He gives you like a
Night.
good, fierce hug.
I promise to be home by 9:30. Yeah, bye, Dad.
9.
In bed by 9:30.
It's the last day of my night shift, so, you know.
You only got 2 more weeks. Don't worry.
Oh, God. I'm so tired. And he groans and he stumbles up from the kitchen table and he goes to bed to pass out for the day. Make sure that all the blinds are drawn in his room, and he just conks right out. And the twins get up, like they know how loud that whole thing was, and they both peek out from their room.
Hmm.
You're in trouble.
Am I
Grandpa's mad
not in
too.
trouble?
Grandpa's mad too.
Well, thanks, Jade. You've always got my back.
Listen, you got yourself in this mess. And then the twins are
Yeah.
gonna be like, are there cartoons on Sundays? No, there's no cartoons on Sundays. Alright. Let's go to bed. The twins go back to sleep. And you go out to work on your bug.
No, I'm the hell out of there.
Work
I
on
head
your
out back
bug.
like I'm going to the bug, and I grab some food on the way out. Like I just stuff my bag from the fridge with like snacks and like I grab some bags of Fritos out of the cabinet and I hightail it out of there.
Alright.
Head straight to Tristan's house.
Tristan, your dad. You got home and your dad was not happy. You're lucky I don't ground you for a week, kiddo.
Thanks. You're my Sean savior.
You know, I worry.
I know.
Alright. I guess this is also my fault because I did tell you to go out and enjoy your youth, and I didn't quite realize it was going to be quite so messy. That's on me. That's on me.
Good. I thought so. But there's like a little a wry smirk on the end of that, so it's not necessarily as
Nah,
evil.
your dad is just. All right. Listen. Just be home at a reasonable hour. You know,
Sure.
like 9-ish, maybe.
I can do
And if
ish.
you're gonna be out later, call me. I
Okay.
know cell reception's not very great out here, but like, find a payphone and give me a call.
Oh, fine. Yeah, sure.
All right. And he flips up his paper and goes back to reading the Sunday of the Observer.
Is there anything? Is it on the front page? Like just looking at the
Yeah, I think there's like on the front page of the Observer, it's like there's like a little down in the under the fold, below the fold. There's a mention of like local kids seem to be doing some kind of prank around town. But there's no mention of you or what you all got up to last night yet. That might be
okay.
that might show up a little later in the week.
Cool. And-
Also, in Canada, you can't publish children's names if they're under a certain age, so you're all good.
Hell yeah. Then they're gonna go out, probably look for Ruby, and then she's already there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ruby's already sort of like waiting down the street, probably like just a little bit out of eye shot from the door.
She's got 2 coffees.
Thanks. I have to go get. Don't I have to go get my truck like from the park or wherever like we left it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's probably about a 15-20 minute walk. It's not very far. It's a smaller town,
All right.
so wouldn't be.
So
too
how
hard.
long are you grounded?
Grounded, really? Did you? Are you?
No,
Then
my
what the fuck
dad.
are you talking about?
I'm
It's
just-
my dad. So
true. I just figure if anybody's gonna get grounded, maybe you. I don't know.
it's
They can't
probably
ground
worse.
us much longer. You okay?
I mean, that thing was huge. The it's like they're making wherever the chest like heart there. Yeah.
Why?
Crazy. I don't know.
I think it's like witchcraft or something.
I'm still trying to bank on the whole prank. Maybe. I mean, this is sort of fun,
Could be.
like in a weird way, but it keeps the shakes off if it's just a game or something.
Yeah. Well, should we go see what if we can break out Eli and Rodney?
Sure.
And are you walking towards Eli's house or are you walking towards the park to get the truck?
Probably to get the truck and then round everybody up.
Yeah, and as you head towards the park, you notice that there is police tape up at the gazebo, and there are some flashing lights up by City Hall.
Well,
Already-
shoot.
We already checked out the one at City Hall, didn't we?
Yeah, I thought so. Maybe something's fresh.
Should have got that cell phone.
Should we
Oh well.
get them or go see that?
Let's go get them. I mean, the cops aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, unfortunately. So we're gonna get the rest of the posse.
So you all gather up and bundle into Tristan's truck.
Yep.
And yeah, you make your way to City Hall, and it looks like you saw this. There was a smaller one earlier in the day, and now there is a bigger one. It looks like it's been redrawn fresh, probably sometime in the night. And Jerry's there, and he looks at y'all, and didn't I already? We know it
You
wasn't
don't believe
you.
us, pull security.
Well, you know it wasn't you because we didn't. Looks like this probably happened sometime in the night while y'all were at home. So just
Cool.
stay out of our way. This is an active crime scene. And they're pointing at like the security cameras. Yeah, we got a line there and a line there. See if we can get the footage from those. And they're just sort of cordoning off the area and making sure, like, there's a couple looky-loos. It's Sunday morning. There's a church that's fairly close by. And they've got it kind of, they're trying to make sure people stay back. And yeah, what do you all want to do now that you're all back together?
Wonder if that thing sheds.
We should, yeah, go back to the gazebo and look if they're paying attention to the city hall.
I mean,
Well,
when it
can't.
ran to the because it ran to the forest, right? Like, where did you lose it? Maybe it if we go over there, maybe fur got caught on branches or something.
It ran faster than I have ever moved in my life, even on ice.
You move
I
quick.
couldn't keep up with it. It was big, like a what do they call the centaurs, but they only have 2 legs, but they're
A
like
mi-
the fuzzy legs.
A satyr?
Yeah, like one of those. It was fuzzy.
Huh.
I mean, that's a
Okay.
good idea, though. We can see if we can find fur and shit on the
Yeah.
branches and thorns and yeah.
Yeah. You can make your way to the edge of the forest where you lost sight of the creature.
Which forest like was it? If like the
So
the
Yeah.
park is like center in
Park
town,
is
it's like
center.
north.
so it
South.
looks like it went north,
Towards the theater.
towards the theater,
Wow.
towards the old dilapidated theater that Rodney knows about, but I don't think anybody else does.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's old, like it's not in use anymore, or it's old and they
Um,
still run things.
it's not in use. But
Max
you
thinks.
you can find out when if and when you get there. But yeah, you went to the edge of the forest. You chased it straight up that one street there for quite a ways before it ducked into the woods, just north.
You said there were lights at the gazebo. What's happening there when we get back near there?
So the gazebo, it's daytime now. So the
Okay.
sun has come up. It is lit. There is police tape
Oh,
around
that's
it.
what you meant. Got
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
But the lights are across the street at City Hall.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
We know which way he went. Is that our plan?
What else can we like really do? Like,
I'm down.
Yeah.
I mean, they said we can't stay out late, so
No, I gotta be back home by 9. I'm not fucking with my mom. Not something I do.
yeah, Lisa will literally kill me if I don't.
and
Call
it's
your
a school
mom by
night.
your first name.
Yeah,
That's weird.
That is weird.
well,
yeah, I guess.
Then again, he's weird. So what are we talking about?
I'm not.
Alright, I don't think anyone here can really talk.
Perfectly
Being
normal.
weird at this point.
You know, I'm still casting my beard off. He's weird. Y'all have 9. I have ish. Anything I can maybe push a little bit further. Don't know how comfortable I am alone, but that should be fine.
My mom is pretty cool about having people at the house. She's like the I'd rather you do it at home kind. So if we do what we need to do and we still need to talk, we can hang out at my place.
that's probably a good idea.
Cool.
I brought us some snacks, some things. We get hungry, so
Go into the woods.
and out
Love
of the
that.
woods and
Love
home
that.
before dark.
Love that musical.
Yeah.
It has a perfectly happy ending, doesn't it?
It does.
So yeah,
Rodney is gonna sing
Some
in
bars
the
from
woods
the woods.
as you go into the woods.
Absolutely not.
nice. So yeah, you are
Agony.
searching for hints at this creature and direction of which it went into the forest.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
I took outdoor survival.
Outdoor survival. I will
Yes.
need outdoor
Yes,
survival
we
checks
did.
and notice checks if you would like to try to find clues and hints.
So, have our points reset? Or are we still like
They have
on the
reset.
same
Yes,
counter?
you are good.
Okay.
Elite. For my one roll, I did.
I have a 2, and I'm gonna use my 1 point to make it a 3.
Okay.
Okay. So
What?
I got a
Got it.
5, and I'm just gonna go ahead and burn all of my outdoor survival for an 8.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's a
and I'm
lot.
gonna keep my 3.
Sounds good.
I got a 6 outdoor survival.
Sounds good. Between the group of you, you find hints, little bits of broken branches, bits of fur that have fallen off. Did anybody roll notice?
No.
So yeah, you have a definite clear trail. It looks like it does pass through the theater. Rodney, do you stop at the theater?
I will stop at the theater, yeah.
And you all come on this place, and it's an open clearing, and it's almost like an amphitheater that's been dug down into the earth. There are logs that have made the rings around for the different layers. And there is a small stage at the bottom with, it looks like there's just the posts that are still up, it's no longer covered. It was at one point. But it's all old and very disused. And what do you do once you arrive here?
I'm gonna head down to the stage and I'm gonna take out that piece of elk ivory that I was using as a monocle and just set it kind of like center stage and then like walk away.
Okay.
Could
And
throw the sickest after prom ever here. How long has this been here?
Forever? I mean,
if
I
anyone
don't
has
know.
history, they would be able to maybe know something.
Tristan,
And-
you walk all over town. Did you know this thing was here?
No, I don't normally explore. I just take a path and walk it. So this is definitely
cool.
new to me.
No one has ever thrown a party here. This is an opportunity. Like I know we
And
have
do
other
what?
stuff to do.
You don't want to like ruin the kind of like environment that it has like cultivated here and like the history and like the atmosphere that the space has just formed in the woods itself. It's such like an intimate environment that you don't want to ruin with like music and like
But isn't it-
orgies.
If you set up music
Let's
at the
do it.
bottom where the stage is, it'll echo up and it'll sound awesome.
I personally feel that the environment could be enhanced with some beer. That is my own personal thought. I'm just saying.
Uh,
Ruby's
just
gonna
don't
walk
know
down and
how we
stand
would
on the
feel
stage
about
piece where it would be and test the acoustics.
Yeah.
Grizzly Adams.
Here's the Adams.
Worth
And
shot.
if any of you are standing at the top, you can hear Ruby just as clearly as if you were standing next to her.
From up top.
Wow.
This would also be
Okay.
a very good place for like an outdoor version of A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Next episode.
Mm.
So yeah, you all continue through the woods. You make your way probably deeper into the woods than you've really been before. And I would like, if anyone has it, to roll me Sense Trouble.
Oh, I have that.
I did take that.
Got
Let me
lots to
see.
spend.
oh hell
I need to
yeah!
spend. I'm gonna spend 5 to bring it up to 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend 5 to bring it up to 11.
Whoa.
No, if you guys are both gonna spend to bring it up, I'm just gonna sit with my 4.
Okay.
Me too. 4 exactly.
Eli, you get the feeling like you all are being watched at certain points in the forest. And the trees around you grow thicker, but you're still following the trail. Those of you that got higher, you begin to hear sounds. And it's not even necessarily that you hear sounds, it's the absence of sound. It gets very quiet in this section of the forest that you're walking through. No animals, no bugs. Just perfectly, deathly still.
Weird to any of you?
But
What?
I don't hear any birds or
It's
They're too
kind
busy
of,
bringing you bones.
maybe they're asleep.
It's also kind of like this near the theater usually.
Huh.
From what I've experienced. There's not much noise.
you come out here often?
I'm a theater kid.
Do all the theater kids know about that theater?
There's a snapping of branches. Not quite sure where it came from. Who rolled the
I
highest on
wish-
sense?
I got an 11 on sense trouble.
You hear, and only you hear. And it almost sounds like a dog trying to speak. And you hear the words. Hello.
Can I determine where it's coming from?
Hard to say.
Did you all hear that?
There's literally no noise right now. What are you talking about?
You didn't
There's another
hear that?
French of branches.
I heard that.
What do
Oh,
you all
there's
do?
your sound.
What if we leave?
You can keep following the path if you
What,
like.
are you scared?
Oh,
We saw an
God.
elk cart pinned up in the Central Park gazebo. So yeah,
There's another
we'll-
crunch.
Go hunt.
This isn't the same thing. Fine. You know what? We'll follow you. Big fish. Lead to school. Whatever.
All right, away from the noise then.
And you keep, maybe with a little bit more urgency. You all, there's still a crunch behind you.
Hello?
Do you increase speed?
Yeah, everybody keep moving. Don't look behind you.
Okay.
I'd like
Fine.
you all to make a flee check. Or an
Did you bring your
athletics
hockey
check.
stick, Eli?
Uh,
I know you
no.
didn't.
As,
Okay.
I can shoot a gun. Those.
Oh,
so,
fuck. That's a
for future
1
reference.
Uh,
Flee.
plus. Oh, we can use athletics if we want.
Wait, can we?
you can use athletics, yes.
I'm gonna boost.
Then I'll have a
that.
13.
Just to be safe.
I was just gonna boost mine to an 8, but like, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna boost my 6 to an 8.
Uh,
Okay, then I guess I'll boost mine to a 9. 8? An 8? I'll just boost to an 8.
Okay. That's enough. Eventually, it's the sounds of the forest return.
I'm gonna look. Is everyone still behind me?
Everyone is. You are a ways ahead of everybody else because you decided to run like the wind. But they are still all behind you, yes.
Okay. Once it's safe, I'll wait up.
But can I get you all to do a notice check real quick?
No,
Points in that.
Those of you that have points in it.
man, we really should have took notice, huh?
I didn't know.
Well, that's the reason why with
Spend 'em, yeah.
investigation skills, you each take a little bit so that way everybody covers their bases.
I'll spend 2 to bring mine up to a 5.
I got a 3.
You are looking around, and after a couple minutes, you are finally able to find the trail that you started on with the fir and the snap branches. Again. And you make
Well,
your way further into the woods. And it's A couple hours. It's probably about mid-afternoon. Probably stop at one point to have like a bite to eat from the snacks in the bag. And eventually, you come across an old cabin in the middle of the forest.
Do we hear normal sounds, birds and all that?
Yep, birds.
Okay.
I might be dumb, but I'm not stupid. Jeez.
Are you sure about
Makes-
that?
Why do you say that, Eli?
That was more Max talking.
Oh.
I know, just like
This is the Max voice, not the Eli voice.
But that
Uh-huh.
the noise is normal.
The noise is normal, and it's just a cabin. It doesn't look like there. It's like mid summer, so there wouldn't have been like any smoke coming from the chimney or anything like that.
Are the lights
like,
on?
There's no electricity. Looks like in this area, like it's just a cabin.
Does it look like run down?
Looks like it's in fairly okay shape.
Hmm.
Maybe whoever lives here knows whatever that thing was.
You think someone lives here?
If they don't, it'd be a great place to hang out for a bit.
Does it have windows?
Mhm.
Are they like curtained? Can we see from here?
Yeah, there's curtains on the windows.
I guess I would want to try to like sneak up to see if there's any way I could like peek in a window.
Okay. Do you have infiltration?
I do.
All right, roll me some infiltration, please.
Okay. Oh, I'll boost that to a 7.
Okay.
So, I'll scuttle my way over there.
You sort of cut to the edge of the tree line, and then you cut across sort of where like there won't be an eyesight from the front door. And you do find one of the windows on the side of the building doesn't have any, or the curtains are open on it. Looking in, it looks like it's sort of sparsely furnished. There's a bed in one corner. There's a wood-hewn rocking chair, a table with a bottle. It looks like some kind of amber-colored liquid inside. And hanging up on the wall across from that window, you can see some fur pelts.
Hmm.
But otherwise, it looks like it's empty. There's no one inside.
Okay, I'll go back to the rest of the gang.
What'd you find?
Looks empty. Looks like they've got some cool drink in there of some variety, but there's also a bunch of pelts that are hanging on the wall.
They're
Oh.
the same kind of fur as the stuff we found?
Maybe? I didn't get like the best look at it, honestly.
Well, we
But-
picked up some of like the fur tufts, right?
Looks like a
Well,
couple
there's-
of them might match, but it's hard
They
to tell
might.
through
There's
a
nobody
window.
home. I'll go
Nope.
check it out. See if we can get it open.
Yeah, totally. We'll break in.
Is that a good idea?
They don't have a security system.
You don't hang up for pelts somewhere you don't live.
True.
It's a
Yeah, but
trophy.
like I could see like a bed in there and no one was in it, so it's like even a shittier than a studio apartment.
I'm gonna walk right
Yeah, it's
outside
just a
and see what I
one-room
find.
cabin. It's pretty small. It's
Is
about
there
the
any
size
like
of a tiny house.
firewood or is there like firewood or anything? Or
Yeah,
any-
there's a log. There's some neatly stacked firewood off to the side. There's a log with an axe in it.
Can I look for a storm cellar?
You circle around it. There's no sort of storm cellar.
Would've been-
Can I get the axe?
Yeah, you certainly can.
Cool. Fucking Christ.
I love that for you.
Let's see if the door's open.
Oh my god, can we just try it first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try the door.
Cabin in the middle of the woods. The door is actually locked.
Huh. Do we want to axe it down, or like, can I attempt to like shim it open?
If you're gonna axe it down, we gotta take the axe with us.
You can certainly
'Cause
try if
I
you
don't-
have infiltration.
I mean,
That definitely works for lockpicking.
Maybe I can get the window open.
I'll try to.
Well,
try
first
my
of all, somebody
infiltration
might be living here. Like, it's locked. There's
That's-
firewood
yeah.
and shit, so
What if they're just like in the
Um,
bathroom?
There's an outhouse
bathroom?
off to the side. It doesn't look like the door's kind of flying open. You can sort of smell it from here.
That's a 5.
Yeah, easy enough. It's not a very complex lock. You just mostly grab something out of B. Ruby might have a little toolkit, and you can grab something out there, and you just go.
Yeah.
And it pops the lock.
Easy enough.
And the door creaks open.
I'll go in with you.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna let you do this alone.
So you head inside. Do all of you head inside the cabin?
I guess.
Somebody should keep an eye out though in case the owner comes back, right? So
And Tristan just raises the axe.
He's got the axe. Tristan has the axe. And yeah, so you all stand in this cabin. It's one room cabin. Again, there's the table. There's one thing that you didn't really notice from outside because it was just at like a slightly off angle. Also on the table is a file folder
it can't hurt to
and
peek,
like a notebook.
right? I'm just gonna take a peek.
Yeah,
right?
go on.
Be careful. Like, grab it with like your shirt hem or something,
All right.
so they don't get your
Ruby's gonna-
prints. Don't you watch the
Ruby's
X
gonna-
Files?
No.
There's an
Ruby's-
outhouse outside. What do you think they know about fucking X-Files?
Yeah, but what if they call the cops? I don't want to deal with Jerry again. I fucking hate that guy.
Jerry.
Ruby's
phone?
gonna
Mean to my
grab
mom.
something to
Jeez.
open it with and carefully open it.
You flip it open,
Yeah.
and the journal itself almost looks like a madman's ravings.
Oh, good.
There's mentions of something called the dim. What is the dim? It grows every day. People have helped it grow. And there is a picture of all the spots around town, how to stop it. And then there's like these strange occult symbols and writing that you don't quite are able to comprehend or understand. When you open the folder, it's an old police file case from a car accident. And
Wait a second.
Ruby, you recognize the person.
The fuck?
The file is from your mother's accident.
The hell is this?
And it's it says Georgia Landry, nay Gerard, and it's got the file on the car accident, and then written in red letters, what if it wasn't an accident? And then there's also in this file, there's other case files from other accidents. There's boating accidents.
Flipping.
There's a mention of the fire that took out the town in the early 1900s. There's pictures of people that you recognize from town, notable public figures. I want you to make me a notice check real quick, Ruby, as you're flipping through.
I'll spend my other one that I have left to have a two.
Some of the locations that like these people live or work are the places that were tagged.
Rodney.
Towards
Yo.
the end of the diary, I need to send a warning. The dim is coming.
I think this guy is trying to help us.
All right.
I need some air.
Tristan, you're standing outside the door, and you notice it's a little bit shadier in this area, and towards the edge of the forest, you can see the faint outline of soft, sort of luminescent yellow dots, like fireflies. But it's strange because you've never noticed fireflies in this area.
Mm-hmm.
And as you were
Oh.
running through the forest previously, when you heard those crunches and those cracks, you could also swear at certain points you saw the faint outlines of fireflies.
They're gonna squint a little, like, gonna take an automatic back, but they don't know whether to warn everybody else about it. Just like another weird thing's going on. So they're apprehensive, but not like the fear hasn't crawled across yet.
And I think at that point, you also feel a hand on your shoulder.
Oh shit.
What do you do? And there's a
We're
gruff
so-
voice that says, "What are you doing here?"
Okay. The voice keeps them from swinging.
This person's
are-
going to
what are
reach
you-
for the axe that's in your hand.
They're gonna grip it.
Make a scuffling check for me. Do you have scuffling?
Cool. I want to say I do. Yeah, I got like 10.
Okay. We'll do a roll off.
All right.
I'm gonna add 3 points to it, and I'm gonna roll.
I'm gonna add 7 for a 10, just to be sure.
Okay.
I actually don't think Anita could beat that,
Uh,
even with a roll of a 6 plus 3.
I rolled. I rolled a 4, and I added 3 points to it, so it was 7 total. And you sort of like hold onto the axe, and you see this older, sort of grizzled-looking man that you don't recognize. White, but his skin's sort of like tanned and weathered and old.
Mhm.
And he looks at you and, "The hell are you kids doing in my cabin? Is that my?" And then he'll barge into the cabin and go for the book.
Am I holding the book?
I think
Who's holding the
between Ruby and Rodney, the two of you were.
Yeah,
holding the
Ruby
book.
moved to the file.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I have it.
He's going to try and grab the book from you all. Actually, you know what? He's actually not going to do that. He is going to bypass all of you, grab a rifle that's off the,
Oh,
and point it at you all and say, "I think it's best you put my stuff down and leave now."
why do you have the file on my mom's car accident?
And you'll see this sort of look go over his eyes. You're Ruby, ain't you?
Mm-hmm. Are you Grizzly Adams?
Nah. Well, the Grizz is a different town. The local, the Howler. And you all would know that the Howler is actually like the local town mascot. Legend is it's a kid that got raised by wolves out in the wilderness. I mean,
Did you do the thing with the bones and the blood and the hearts? That we ended up at the jail last night over?
listen, you kids shouldn't get involved in things you don't understand yet.
I think we're already involved, so
And yet,
And it's not safe. You came out into the woods?
yeah, always.
And you look at a analog watch. Well, get you kids back to town before it gets dark. Jesus Christ. And get out of here. Let's get moving. And he's got the gun.
so
Alright.
you know who I am. Who are you?
It's Clint. Clinton. Harkness.
Nice to meet you, I guess. Since you know all about me. Do you know about them too? Do you Files on all of us? Family members?
Just the ones that are important. You kids don't understand what's going on in this town. You kids don't understand what's going on in this area. And it's probably best you don't put your nose where it don't belong.
That always works.
And he's gonna grab the book and the files from each of you, and he's gonna stick it in his jacket.
Oh, damn. I wanted to try to pocket them.
Before he gets the file, she's gonna pull out the part about her mom and like hand him the rest of the file before he like reaches in for it.
I'll take that too, please.
You will. Give me a minute. I've never read this.
Yeah, and it's a detail exactly what happened with your mom's accident. It said that the weather got bad, and usually around the tunnel, for some reason, the tunnel that's just outside of town, before you hit the rock cuts that take you down into the further into the valley, the tunnel, it's weird. Anybody that drives through it, they swear that like sometimes it'll be sunny on one side and storming on the other, and it's weird because it's only about 100 meters through. It's not very far. But maybe it's just the way that it bends around the mountain. It catches certain weather differently. And it said that your mom went through the tunnel, and there was a storm on one side, and didn't hit a turn right, but then there's weather reports from the area the day of, and there's signs that the road was dry. There's no reason why your mom should have gone off the road.
What do you mean by what you wrote on here?
I mean what it means. Things are different in this area. It's, weather can change in a minute when you're in the mountains at the best of times. The tunnel's strange because, again, it'll be snowing on one side, sunny on the other. There's no reason for it. The rock cuts are dangerous, but there was no storms that day. There was nothing. I checked the weather reports, and all signs from the tread marks look like she should have stopped, and she didn't. There's things that happen in this town. If you keep your eyes open, there's things that happen in this town and in these woods that are dangerous.
A few years ago, my dad and I, my kid siblings, we were driving up the mountains to go camping up to the spot where Dad had logged. And I swear I saw my mom walking in the trees.
That wasn't your mom, but there's people that walk through the woods.
Oh, you're the first person to not call me juvenile or delusional or...
He sort of pats his chest where the book went. There's all sorts of strange things. There's an entire town under a lake. There's... creatures that walk the forests. And I think at one point he'll try and avoid. I think all this time, any of you have looked at him long enough, he has not made eye contact with Tristan. At any point.
Big spicy.
People don't, people sometimes wander into the woods and they don't make it out. Sometimes they make it back with a little intervention.
You don't say.
I saw something too. When I was 8. It was Halloween. He was really big. Talons, but like not the Halloween kind. My mom always said that I was nuts. It's the only thing we've ever fought about. If we're talking about that stuff.
It was talons. Come on, kids, we gotta get you out of here before it gets dark. And I think you all realize that it took you about... it was about 11 o'clock when you left town. And it took you about 4 hours to get to this point. It'd take you about another 4 hours to get back. It means you'd be cutting real close to 9. It's not safe out here. Let's get you
Why are
home.
you safe out here?
Because I've taken precautions. Luckily, all y'all missed my bear traps. Somehow.
Thing isn't just a bear.
No, it's not.
So you admit there's a thing.
There's all sorts of things.
So did the thing do the bones, or was that you?
No, it was the thing.
No, that was me.
You're the
Come
thing
on,
then.
let's go. And he pushes you out of the cabin and closes the door.
No,
and
we're
locks
not
it.
done with this.
I mean, we can walk and
we
talk.
can walk and talk.
Yeah.
We gotta get you all home. I'll answer any questions you got on the way there, but honestly, kids, it's best you don't know. Because once you know, you won't be able to look at this town the same.
Well, we already know, so we might as well know more.
Can't forget what we saw.
And we almost got arrested for it. Thanks, by the way.
And what I heard.
Sorry about that. You're fast, kid.
What do you mean? Yeah, no, not many people can outrun me. What did you say, Rodney?
When we were in the clearing with all the no sound and the noise I heard, the dog that was like trying to talk to me.
At this point, you've been walking for a little bit. You heard it? Did any of you speak? Did any of you speak back at it?
No, I didn't even hear it.
I didn't hear it.
I didn't
I
hear it.
asked if anyone else heard it, and I didn't say anything back. Why would it like steal my voice?
Ruby, because I remember this. At one point, you did say hello. And that dawning realization probably hits you about now.
Well, we heard branches snapping behind us, and I thought maybe you were following us, and I did say hello.
We gotta get out of here right now. And you'll all realize at this moment that the forest has gone deathly silent again. Run, kids. And I need all of you to make a flee or an athletics check.
1 point left to spend.
I have 2 more
Yes.
points left, I think. No, 3.
I got 2 more points.
Can't even look.
Should I just spend all
It's an
of
8.
them? All the last ones on this one?
Our curfew is soon anyway.
I just abandoned all my friends. Goodbye. That's a
That dude is
14.
a fucking movie.
I got a 6. I'm gonna keep my 2 points.
Okay.
I got an 8.
3.
I
You run and you run and you run. And you were probably about halfway through. And he told you a fair bit. He told you about the strange things that happen in town. He told you about the people in town aren't what they seem. Some of the oldest residents, they know things. They know the secrets of this town, and they'll do anything to keep them that way. They'll do anything to keep them secret. And as you
Did
run,
he give any explanation about like what he is or why he did that?
you found out that he used to be a cop,
Oh.
and he moved up. Yeah,
Not helping.
cops are terrible in this setting. But he
In all settings.
he left
in all places.
in all places. It's true. He left. He left because he uncovered some things that he shouldn't have known about. They kicked him off the force. They said he had a drinking problem, and that little bit was true. But as you all run and rush and hurry through the woods, and the snapping and cracking of branches and rustling of everything, you can hear the sound of the forest and the wildlife returning. And Rodney sort of turns to you all and says, "That's a close one. You kids, you shouldn't be out in the forest after dark." And with that, his voice stops. And there's a gurgle of blood as a hook comes out through his front, and he is pulled back into the darkness of the forest, but not before the book and the files clatter to the ground, the only thing left of him. And that's where we're going to end the session tonight.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
Wasn't claws you saw, Eli?
I see that now.
Yep.
As soon as I wrote that into my backstory, I knew.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, I might as well bring it up.
You know.
Might as well put it on the table.
You know how it goes. You know how it is sometimes. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's where we're going to end tonight's session. That was the very first episode of The Growing of the Dim. And now you have a person's diary.
Some files.
Our only lead is dead.
Yay.
So yeah, that was our show for tonight. We're gonna say goodbye to our lovely cast, and they'll tell us exactly who they are and where we can find them on the internet. And we will say our goodbyes and leave you there. We will start in reverse order this time with Becca.
Oh God. I've been Becca. You can find me most places as Cool Armadillo, either with a 0 for the last O or not, depending. And I also have a in theory a podcast that should be coming back, which is Unlikely Adventurers, and one day maybe we'll return, but who knows. We make just shitty D&D characters, and that's what I do.
I love that. I love that for you. And next up is Vin.
Howdy, guys. I'm Vin VinVoxVA on Twitter. You can also find me on Tuesdays on Table Goth on a Hades-themed Monster Hearts 2 campaign called Hades High. So that is the other end of my week, and I hope to see you guys there too.
Nice. And B, Brandy.
I'm Brandy. You can find me at Kind Ranger on the Twitters, and I'm just out and about.
Nice. And finally, Max.
I'm Max. My handle anywhere I want you to find me on the internet is at Arcane Goth. You can also find me at the Fey Realm Twitch channel on Wednesdays for Neon and Chrome, which is a 1970s New York Monster Hearts campaign. No spoilers, but a big thing is coming next Wednesday. And you can also hire me to run your games on Start Playing Games with the same handle.
Nice. And I'm Anita. I've been your storyteller for the evening. You can find me here most times. Tomorrow morning, you can find me here for Morning Ritual, which is our TTRPG talk show. I am a TTRPG producer, graphic designer, streamer, and cat mom about the space. And I am open for commissions for graphic design. So if you like overlays like this, I can make overlays for you and that sort of thing. Hit me up if you like that. But yeah, we're gonna go on a raid. I need to figure out who is online at the moment that we can raid into, and then we will finish up for the evening. Do you all want to go over what you think? Just do a quick what your favorite part of the game was for the evening. We'll start with Max while I figure out who to raid.
Oh gosh, you gotta put me on the spot.
Yep.
I think my favorite part is living the fantasy of having a mom who's nice to me when she bailed me out from the cops.
That is fair. I think we're gonna go on a raid to Stella Luna this evening. But first we'll go. Brandy, what was your favorite part?
That conversation with Ruby's dad, whew, that got me. That got me. And then my other favorite part was how freaked out everybody got about her tasting the blood. That was just fantastic. That was
You
cool.
can't just put blood in your mouth. Like, that isn't yours.
I
Honestly,
wouldn't, but Ruby would.
I love that so much. I love that everybody's reaction was the exact same. Vin, what was your favorite part?
Beyond like the general mystery and like the horror elements itself, every little goofy aside we had with these kids, because their personalities mesh so well.
I love our kids. I love our kids so much. And Becca.
Yeah, actually getting to like meet our kids and like actually interact with them is incredible. I didn't realize I'd be an absolute loser, but you know.
Oh, you're perfect.
I love Rodney so much.
Me too.
Oh, good. Thank you. I was in high school theater.
All right, we're all gonna go on a raid. We're gonna go say hi over to Stella Luna. Thank you everybody for stopping by and hanging out and spending your evening with us today. Until next time, stay out of the forest. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Don't taste random things on walls.